All right, and 1, 2, 3.
Nerd Talk.
Nerd Talk.
Nerd Talk.
I'm Derek.
I'm Justin.
And in case you've never seen our program before, we talk about nerd things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We're back.
From, what was it? It's been like a 4-month break? Season 2.
We're in season 2. I think it was was it 3 months?
3, 4, 5.
We should probably know this.
Something like that. But
something like that.
Today we're on location in the Fortress of Solitude.
Yeah, we're the new inhabitants. Superman's not around.
Nope.
We snuck in. You can tell by all the ice.
It's a little cold to the touch.
Yeah. Basically, we talk about, like movie things and
comic book
stuff, particularly movies involving comic book stuff.
Yeah,
or cool franchise movies and, whatever.
And yeah, sometimes stuff that doesn't involve comic books.
Yeah, sometimes we talk about movies in general.
Yeah.
Stuff, Yeah.
And that's about it.
That's about it.
But thanks for being here with us today.
Yeah, welcome back.
My return.
Yeah, Derek's back.
I left in the last episode.
Yeah, we didn't expect to have Derek back, but he's back.
I could lie and say I'm not Derek. I'm Tyler Tennant.
This is our new host, Tyler Tennant. That's mean.
That was a little mean.
That was a little mean. So, anyways, we figured we'd start. We're going to talk about, all those movie news, big movie news in comic book world.
What's our first topic?
That we've missed since we've departed. And our first topic
would be... There's been a lot. I have 4 pages of notes. There's been so much. And we don't have notes.
Oh no, this is all off the top of our head. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Yes.
Can be our first topic because lots of stuff's been going on with that. Because obviously,
I think last time we were here it was still Batman versus Superman, and that was it.
Yeah. Now it's officially Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
So
which whatever.
Kind of like Batman 5 Superman.
Yeah, I know. Batman 5 Superman. I kind of don't understand why there's no verses in there.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought there'd be too many S's in the title. I don't know. That's stupid.
They've added Aquaman to the roster now, on top of all the other superheroes that are in there. We already had Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg. Yeah,
Cyborg makes an... I don't know if Flash will, but Cyborg makes an appearance, and tons of them. And so now Jason Momoa from Game of Thrones fame, and he was Conan once.
Yeah.
Is all but confirmed to play Aquaman. It's the only thing we're missing is an official confirmation. Hey, he's Aquaman.
He's kind of brings a badass appearance to Aquaman.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think maybe it's what they were going for because people don't like Aquaman very much.
No, I mean I hate Aquaman.
Yeah, I don't hate him, but I mean
Aquaman sucks.
He's the least cool of the Justice League.
Not true.
Besides the Wonder Twins.
Which. Hopefully they're in it. That would be cool.
That'd be neat.
But,
yeah, and they could be. They've casted Scoot McNairy from Argo.
And Emily Blunt.
And Emily Blunt is rumored to have been in talks or something, but
they could be the Wonder Twins.
Maybe they're the Wonder Twins. Yeah, nobody knows.
That'd be cool. Or Martian Manhunter and Hot Girl.
Yeah, maybe Emily Blunt's Catwoman. I could see her as Catwoman.
Like a Supergirl.
Or Supergirl. Yeah.
Or maybe they're just random civilians.
Maybe Scoot McNairy is Jimmy Olsen.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And Emily Blunt could be some love interest of Batman or something.
Some other person. Yeah.
Yeah, some other person.
Yeah. Also, since obviously, like we mentioned, Wonder Woman's going to be in this. I guess the rumor is that she's going to be a presence, and then she might even come to their aid in the final battle, which I don't like.
So they're making it more important.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying Wonder Woman's not important.
No.
But in a Batman-Superman movie.
In a Batman-Superman movie, I want it to be about Batman-Superman. They shouldn't need Wonder Woman's help in the final battle.
No, they're pretty strong already.
Yeah. Doomsday is kind of rumored to make some sort of appearance, but I guess it's possible that it could also be for the Justice League, because he'd be a good Justice League
He would
villain.
be a great Justice League villain.
Although I do think they need another villain besides Lex Luthor in
I think it'd be cool, like I said before, if it was a Lex Luthor and Batman villain team up.
Yeah. Maybe not the Joker because it's too soon for the Joker, but the Riddler or something.
The Riddler or something, or Killer Croc.
That'd be different.
Clayface. Or if Lex Luthor was Clayface. That'd be a twist.
Don't say it, they're gonna steal that from us. We've learned before, they still like to steal things.
That would make that movie so cool.
There's also been a rumored release date timeline that has also not been confirmed, but some of it makes sense. Batman vs Superman, obviously
2016.
May 2016. Shazam in July 2016, which that's the only one that I don't officially buy because there's been no rumors on director or cast or anything like that.
And we have the Justice League after that.
Well, Christmas of 2016 will be Sandman, which
Joseph Gordon-Levitt one.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is signed on to. I don't think that has anything to do with Justice League or anything, but it's still one of the DC movies.
Yeah.
Then May of 2017 will be Justice League, so only 1 year after Batman vs Superman. But then 2 months later, they supposedly have Wonder Woman, which I think is weird because why would you only do it 2 months later? Like the Batman, I mean, Justice League would still be in theaters, and unless there's and they can't be too connected because then if somebody for some reason hasn't seen the Justice League movie but they've seen Wonder Woman,
and then they go in confused.
Yeah, like it just seems too close.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, and then in that year of Christmas, they would have a Flash and Green Lantern team-up movie, which is an interesting way to
reintroduce the Green Lantern.
Both of them at once.
Yeah.
I mean, even though obviously they'll probably be in the Justice League movie, but whatever.
I wonder if it'll still be Ryan Reynolds.
I bet it's not. I bet it might be The Rock. The Rock has still been in talks of like supposedly being in a DC movie, but nobody knows what it is
That'd be
yet.
cool.
Could be The Rock. Although I don't think I'd want him as Green Lantern, but I do like The Rock. And
I think he'd be a pretty cool Green Lantern. Yeah. I'd rather see him as like
Lobo.
Luke Cage or Lobo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then of May 2018 will be an official Man of Steel 2. And then 2019, which this actually wasn't on that rumored release, but because everybody was wondering like, oh, where's the Batman solo movie? But then somebody finally came out later and was like, well, that might be in 2019, which is really far away from
I wonder if it'd still be the Ben Affleck, or if they're just going to Batman.
I bet it would be, just because it's still like, I mean, if you think about it, once Batman vs Superman comes out, it's 2016, so 2019 is only 3 years later.
Yeah.
Maybe Ben Affleck will direct it. That'd be cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. I'm just worried they're doing too much too fast with Batman vs Superman. Like they're just, I get why they're doing it. They're trying to
keep up with Marvel.
Trying to keep up with Marvel, and they want to do a Justice League movie. That's all well and good, but I feel like they should have planned this a lot earlier. And when Christian Bale was Batman, and they did Superman Returns, they should have just.
And Marvel has a great lineup for theirs.
Yeah, Marvel is doing it right, man.
They know what's up.
Yeah.
The only thing they're screwing up with is Ant-Man.
Good transition, Derek.
Thanks.
God damn. So Ant-Man, we've all been really excited about because of the casting with Paul Rudd.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright directing it.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas is in it. But
amazing cast, awesome director.
Edgar Wright is no longer directing it. He's left for creative differences. Supposedly, their ideas just weren't meshing with Edgar Wright. Marvel, and that makes sense. You know, Marvel has had issues with directors before because there was Patty Jenkins was supposed to direct Thor 2.
Yeah.
But there were creative differences and she dropped out. So
that's the reason Edward Norton left Hulk.
Yeah, Ed Norton left Hulk. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. But they had several rumored directors replace, like supposedly Adam McKay, who directed Anchorman movies.
That'd be
interesting.
Really interesting.
I guess it would have been fine because he's worked with Paul Rudd before.
Yeah.
They also talked to the guy who directed We're the Millers, which would have been weird and kind of random.
Yeah, it's like, why are they going for comedians for Ant-Man?
Yeah, who they did get though is Peyton Reed, who directed Yes Man.
Which out of the list, that's really sad.
And yeah, that's a big downgrade from Edgar Wright.
Yeah, like someone who makes these amazing movies to the guy who did Yes Man. It's not saying Yes Man was bad, but it wasn't good.
It wasn't. Yeah, I mean, it's not Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige or I don't know how you pronounce his name.
I always thought it was like Feige.
That's what I thought it was. But he came out and was like, well, Peyton Reed's been on our radar for a long time. He was supposed to direct a Fantastic Four movie years ago, but they went a different direction.
Yeah.
So he's been like on the radar, but whatever. I don't know. It's disappointing.
They're going to be bringing people in to like work on the script.
Yeah,
as well.
They've been bringing in like all these people to work on the script. Like Adam McKay supposedly did like a rewrite, and then there's other writers, but they say they're still going to keep elements from the Edgar Wright version, which I mean I can only hope. But the fact that they're bringing all these other writers kind of worries me for that matter. Like
yeah. Because I know Edgar Wright was so excited about it, talking about how the fight scenes are going to be great.
Yeah,
and, like,
he did
really
that test footage,
that
they released. I don't know, but it's still on track for its release next fall. So
hopefully hopefully it turns out all right.
They've released official photos from Avengers 2.
Yes.
Which it looks awesome. Ultron looks really cool. We've got good photos of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. They
look amazing in their costumes.
They look cool. Good photos of Hawkeye and Scarlett Johansson. And,
yeah.
My most exciting thing I'm most excited about from that is there's a photo of Don Cheadle with Tony and Steve Rogers, and that's really
that'd be cool.
I love Don Cheadle. I was always hoping they'd involve him in the
I guess they have room for Don Cheadle since they're not bringing in Coulson.
That's true. Coulson has been said,
and he was a big part of the last two.
Yeah,
the last one. So
exactly. Coulson won't be in Avengers 2, but he might be in Avengers 3.
Yeah.
Which I think would make sense. Avengers 3, because as we've talked about before, Avengers 3 is going to be huge.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like you need to have
Guardians of the Galaxy in there and everything like that.
Along with these photos, they've released details from Ultron, like how intelligent he's going to be. He's like a surrogate son of sorts from Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Might even have elements of Tony's personality. And
it's going to be really cool.
He wants to bring world peace, which is a very noble thing, but he wants to go about it by like destroying the human race because they're the people who are, preventing world peace.
Yeah.
And it's a really interesting storyline for a villain, a really cool motive, as opposed to like he wants to destroy the world. Like no, he really wants to.
He really wants to help it.
To help the world, and I think that's really interesting. Andy Serkis might be in Avengers 2.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's apparently consulting on motion capture.
No, he mocapped Hulk, didn't he?
Mark Ruffalo mocapped Hulk.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, but I guess he's consulting with Mark Ruffalo. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. He might end up even having a part, whether
Andy
it's
Serkis is mocap champion.
Yeah. We know he won't be Ultron, and we know he won't be Paul Bettany, the one that Paul Bettany Jarvis is playing.
Jarvis.
But
Vision.
Vision, thank you. But he might be. Who knows? He could be anybody. Maybe he's just one of the random bots of Ultron,
Or just there as Andy Serkis, like not himself, but like just some guy.
Maybe, yeah.
Like reading a newspaper at the coffee shop or something.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I'd be excited. Like,
it'd be a cool little cameo.
It'd be a cool little, hey, it's Andy Serkis.
So Hulk and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, they might have a crossover, which is pretty exciting, I think.
Which will be like Planet Hulk style.
Yeah.
That's the only way I could imagine it being.
Yeah, because I guess like Planet Hulk has always been kind of rumored for a Hulk future.
Even though, like Ruffalo said, like Planet Hulk wasn't going to be what they do next.
Right, but I guess it's a good way of playing coy because I guess it's not technically Planet Hulk, but I guess the rumor is like somehow Planet Hulk or like Hulk gets into a spaceship that gets into space, and then I guess he lands somewhere where the Guardians are, and then that'd be a really cool sequel for Guardians of the Galaxy, which looks amazing.
I know, like in the comics, they sent Hulk to space because he was too dangerous.
Right.
And that he landed on the planet, and I'm angry.
Yeah, very Hulk-like.
Yeah. So I mean, it could be the same thing. Maybe, they sent him away for some reason. Mm-hmm. And, he just ends up running into the Guardians of the Galaxy.
And then maybe they help him come back, which
would be cool, and which leads into Avengers 3.
Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Like to. Have the Guardians in Avengers 3 and Hulk's reappearance or whatever. I think that'd be really cool. And it'd be just a really cool way also because obviously solo Hulk movies haven't worked out so great. I love the Ed Norton one, but it wasn't as much of a success, and there's still people who don't like it.
I loved it.
And since it's Mark Ruffalo now, since they recasted it, I think, we need a Hulk movie with him, but maybe since it hasn't worked, that would be a really neat way of combining it.
Especially if Guardians of the Galaxy is as big as everyone thinks it's going to be.
Yeah, and I really hope it is. It looks really good. The cast is great. They've released posters of all the characters and
Yondu.
Yeah,
he looks so cool.
He looks really cool.
I'm just a Michael Rooker fanboy.
Yeah, I agree.
Him and Chris Pratt.
To get
they're going to be awesome together.
Yeah, I guess he's supposed to be like a father character.
Yeah, he's like the father figure of Star-Lord.
Yeah, and that movie looks so good. And only 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
And I really hope it's huge for all their sakes, for Marvel's sake.
And Nathan Fillion cameos in it.
Yeah.
But no one knows what he's going to be or anything like that. They haven't said.
And the rumor is that he's voicing a dog character, which I'm not really familiar. I'll admit I'm not very familiar with Guardians of the Galaxy, but there's some sort of dog character.
They have a dog.
That's like a friend of Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon and.
They have a dog at their base of operations.
I'd be okay with that because maybe he could set up so Nathan Fillion could still be somebody awesome in the Marvel universe at some point.
Yeah. Just like Vin Diesel can.
Exactly.
Since all he does is mocap Groot.
Right. They've hired a director for Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Scott Derrickson.
Right, who directed Sinister and recently Delivers from Evil. It's a very interesting choice.
Oh, and Doctor Strange has some horror elements to him, being all mystical and magical and things like that.
Right.
So that could be cool seeing it from how someone who does horror movies do it.
I agree.
And, my name's in his, so that's a plus for him.
Derek is in Derrickson.
But at the same time, I'm not too excited about it because I figured, I thought they would get someone better.
I know,
because movies haven't been great.
No, Marvel's done a good job at, pretty out of the box. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess is a good word.
Yeah, and you can't, like, be completely against it yet, seeing how all they have is a director. They haven't even casted Doctor Strange yet.
Exactly. Once they cast Doctor Strange, which they've gotten, like, I
still wish it was Justin Theroux.
Justin Theroux would be awesome. You know, with his new TV show, The Leftovers on HBO, maybe it gives him some sort of exposure, and maybe they consider it again. But
I think he has such a good Doctor Strange look to him.
I agree. The names that they've been throwing out there, Tom Hardy and Benedict Cumberbatch, I feel like I love those actors, but they're rumored for everything. And, you know,
neither of them have a Doctor Strange look to him. Yeah. Like, Doctor Strange needs to be someone older.
Right. Edgar Ramirez has also been rumored, who was just in Delivers from Evil.
Yeah.
You know, which that'd be an interesting choice I wouldn't expect, but I agree there's better choices out there. They shouldn't jump on the Tom Hardy, Benedict Cumberbatch bandwagon just yet.
They shouldn't. I'm surprised people haven't thrown up like Idris Elba and Nathan Fillion yet.
Yeah, I mean they should do everything. Disappointing news. Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
We can just rush through this. Channing Tatum is officially going to be Gambit. Don't know if they're going to start with a solo movie, which I still say a solo movie is unnecessary, or if he's going to pop up in Apocalypse.
If he pops up in Apocalypse, like, I do hope he's one of the Horsemen.
Yeah.
Like, the Horsemen of Death. That would be really cool.
That'd be a cool way to do it.
Even though it's fucking Channing fucking Tatum.
Channing
fucking.
Also, speaking of fucking, Kate Mara, who is playing Invisible Woman, little girl, in Fantastic Four, was being interviewed about, and said it like, I guess the Fantastic Four movie is not really going to be based on the comics, and she was even told not to read the comics, which is weird and just a little disheartening. Like, how are you not going to base on the comics? It sounds like they're just going to take the characters and run with it.
I know people have already been upset about a lot of the Fantastic Four news.
Yeah.
Especially the whole Michael B. Jordan controversy.
Yeah, exactly. And then being young.
And then, which is okay, but
this doesn't help.
This doesn't help anything.
No.
Like, I have nothing against Human Torch being black, but I wish they would have made Invisible Woman black if they did that.
Yeah. Because it's going to be a weird little thing that they'll have to,
and maybe they're not even brother and sister now, since they're not even using comic book stuff.
Yeah. We'll see. Again, cautiously optimistic.
I'm not.
Okay, it sounds horrible, but I want.
It sounds bad.
But I'm trying to stick on this whole, we shouldn't judge until we see it thing, at least until we see footage or something.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
but I mean, for a while they talked about making Doctor Doom a woman.
They did mention that, which,
Yeah. Next thing you know, they're going to make Superman a commie. Next logical step, I guess.